But Drew Lock easily has hands down the best game of his career, 21 for 27, 280 yards, 4 touchdowns. And the big key here is what we didn't see against the Chiefs, where we saw interceptions, where we've seen all of his mistakes, is him just being this cocky gunslinger that forces the ball down the field. He actually used checkdowns this game. It was amazing. It looked like he looked at Drew Brees' film and just looked, oh, this guy checks off every play. Maybe I'll do that half the time, and I'll be half as good as a quarterback as he is. There's 2 long touchdown passes to KJ Hamler, and he becomes the only quarterback this year to throw for 4+ touchdowns, no interceptions, a plus 75% completion percentage, and a 149 or more passer rating.
Yeah, I mean, I almost feel like I want to take myself out of this conversation because I have such a bias against this Broncos team.
You
'Cause I
really
think they're
hate them.
horrible. I just they're not good. Like they're just not a good team. Drew Lock's a bottom 5 starting quarterback in the NFL. They have some exciting skill position players. I really like KJ Hamler. I wish he went to a different team with a better offense, but I think he's got the mold to become, like your a really kind of souped up version of Percy Harvin and Tavon Austin, where you can give him the ball in end arounds. He's great over the top because he's so freaking fast, really good with the ball in his hands, has kind of pretty surprisingly good hands for the type of player he is. Again, we've said it all year. This Panthers defense is very, very young. This is a complete learning experience for him. This isn't a year they were expected to do much, and they've been very competitive. And this Panthers defense and this Panthers team kind of gives me the feel of how the Dolphins were last year when they brought in a new coach. They completely overhauled the culture, had a lot of young players on that team, kind of had a makeshift quarterback for the year. And I think if this is a sleeper team to go up and make a big trade, maybe go draft, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, one of those guys, if they can't get him, at the spot they're picking in. But if you put a good quarterback on this team that completes the offense, you get Christian McCaffrey back, you have Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore on the outside, and this defense gets one more year to grow, I think this could be a little sleeper team, especially with the Saints aging. The Bucks are, Tom Brady's not going to be there forever. The Falcons, who knows what their roster is going to look like next year. Yeah, so this Panthers team might be in a pretty good spot in the NFC South for a couple years. But again, I don't want to continue to talk about this game because I don't like the Broncos. I don't think they're a good team. So when they play like this and Drew Lock puts up 21 of 27 for 280 and 4 tuds, I think it's a mirage. I don't think it's real, and I don't want to I don't want to keep raining on your parade here, but I just think this is a flash in the pan.
It might not be real, but if you're the Broncos, this is what happens when you actually play this is how you play when you actually play what you're supposed to do. This is what happens when you actually show up the way you're supposed to. The question for the Broncos is that, A, are we even going to show up today? And B, how many people get injured? Because the Broncos also had, in the span of 2 weeks, they've had 3 defensive backs go down with torn ACLs. And so
that's tough.
Hey, at least you and me can have this whole thing. Broncos versus Niners in the Injury Bowl. Let's see who wins that one. JV team against JV team. Really great football is what we're going to see right there.
You want to talk about a coaching mismatch?
Yeah, let's not talk about that one. That's the one place. I take Drew Luck over Nick Mullins any day.